Obviously, you had the big album in 1990. I guess kind of fill us in between the gap from then until now. Kind of what have you guys been up to, I guess?
Well, here's the blessing and the curse of having a tremendous hit. Is when you have a tremendous hit, people see you on television, you're on magazine covers, you cause riots when you go to shopping malls and stuff like that. And I always said this, all I ever wanted to do really was make a living playing music. To me, that's the holy grail. That's something that I've been really searching for, is I just want to do, like everybody, I think, the key to life, and they call it a license to steal. If you can do what you love to do for a living, you make a living doing what you truly love to do, it's a license to steal. And for us, Gunnar and I had this huge hit. As I said, our record company at the time made us sit for about 5 years when the grunge phase happened, because Nirvana actually was on our label. So the entire corporate agenda had changed. We had sold too many records to have them let us go from our contract, and they didn't want to release new records. So we literally sat trying to make songs that would impress them, and running into a wall for 5 years. And we made a commitment to keep working. We traveled, we have a lot of stamps in our passport. We went all over the world. We went to, I think, 8 different countries in a month once in 1996 to promote our second album, and realized that what we had to do was kind of take our destiny into our own hands. So ever since, we have released usually a record every other year. And we've done it by ourselves on our own label, and we've gone out and we have continued to play shows. Now, the thing that's different is, aside from a tour that we did where we opened for Styx and Peter Frampton 5 years ago for a few months, which was great. I mean, we're the guys that can either show up with acoustic guitars or a full band, and we've played with everybody, no joke, from AC/DC to Air Supply. And, it's kind of one of those things where, again, it's all about songs. It's what it's about. And as we've gotten older, it's been 20 years since we had a monster hit record. But for us, we've actually been doing better, being relatively obscure and not on a major label, both financially and artistically, than we were back then. So for us, it's interesting with the way that the music industry has changed. We've been very fortunate, as you said. You mentioned our name. People tend to know who we are, which is great. And either they know who we are, they know who our dad is, or our grandparents. And our job really is to pass that on to people one show at a time, and hopefully eventually to another generation of Nelsons if they choose to do that. But for us, that's the neat thing, is that songs are eternal. And hopefully our best stuff is, I really know this, but our best stuff is still to come. And we've been working on a television show for Gunnar, myself, and our younger brother, Sam, which is a reality show. We're going to actually start singing together for the first time, and it's 3 brothers figuring out who they are in the context of being Nelsons 50 years after Ozzie and Harriet. And it's going to be a lot of fun to see where the future takes us. But more importantly, when we show up on stage, we play every show like it's our last, because one thing we've learned is it might be. You never know. And that's what's kind of neat. We meet everybody that wants to meet us after a show. We've been doing that for 20 years. And that's one thing that's really actually been a lot more fun. I'll tell you what, there are great things about being in the public eye and being hugely famous, as you know, and there are some real awful things about it too. I mean, I know that when Gunnar and I had After the Rain out, we couldn't be seen in public together for 2 years because it would cause riots. It was just crazy. Which was wonderful, but it became pretty lonely. And now what's really great is, I can hang out with my girlfriend and go and have dinner, and I might have a few people come up, and they're usually really cool, and it's great. It's just not scary. And, I'm enjoying it. If the television show thing takes off, things might change. But, like as far as Spencer is concerned, I've got friends and my girlfriend's family driving in, and, it's going to be what I love about music. It's going to be kind of a homecoming. And that's the most fun, is when we play this show in particular. And now that we've been around for a while, even our fans, people feel like they've known us for a long time, and that's the best part about it. There are no walls. We don't have to spend the first hour of a show breaking down barriers. People kind of get it right from the beginning, and that's a lot of fun.
Well, again, that show is coming up September 15th, the Clay County Fair in Spencer. We certainly look forward to that, and I know we've gotten a lot of phone calls, people asking, are you going to get tickets or whatnot, but I know folks can buy tickets for it, and it's going to be great. And, of course, you do have albums available as well, and I know people can get more information on your website, I'm sure.
Absolutely, yeah. Just Google Nelson, or you could go to the NelsonBrothers.com. Actually, it's better to spell it out, otherwise you get a plumbing company. So TheNelsonBrothers.com. And, we're going to be there in Spencer, and I know that the fair's going on, and I'll be hanging out there the next day just kind of looking around and stuff. But it's going to be so much fun to play, and I really encourage anybody that was a fan of or is a fan of ours, a fan of Ricky Nelson's, or even Ozzie and Harriet, come down to the show, because I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised and have a great time.
And so you're going to play music and fix toilets at the same time? Is that what I understand then, with the plumbing company?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Well, I thank you for being with us today, Matthew, and I hope the show goes great. Certainly look forward to that, and I want to thank you for your time.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me, and I'll see you at the show.
All right, sounds good.
Take care.
You bet.